Hello everyone and welcome back to our YouTube channel. This is Codestar Technologies and also is one of the fastest growing online learning platform here in Kenya and Africa at large. And in our today's session, I would like to show you how you can be able to develop a simple vehicle insurance USSD application. Like for example, I know sometimes when you go to when you're driving, you'll encounter or you come across these guys, traffic police, and they will ask you whether you have an insurance. Then you, definitely when you go to insurance company, they will give you a sticker which you normally put it on the windscreen, and then the traffic police will check, and they might they might not be convinced whether this is your sticker, so or whether it's valid. They might confirm by either dialing a certain USSD code to do that. So going to show something like this. They can check the status, or maybe they can you have the ability also to make payments in case. And as you know that in the insurance sector, things are changing nowadays. We have got like for example the border, you might need an insurance of 1 month or 3 months or 6 months or even 1 year, something like that. And insurance of different products, different stuff. Remember, insurance, they normally package their products in different ways. So in this case, you'll have the capability of maybe you can register as one of the clients, you can buy some of the products, then you can keep on making your payments via Lipa na M-Pesa, and it becomes very easy. So that is what we mean by that, and that's what I'm going to show you how you can do it. USSD is very powerful, as you know that things like M-Pesa they cannot be possible without the USSD. And yeah, I know one day I'll take time and create a simple M-Pesa clone, something like that, at least for you to understand how it works and all those kind of stuff. And USSD code have changed a lot because sometimes it's not everyone has got internet. Some people, they don't have internet, and the USSD is the only way you can reach that kabambe guy. And yeah, so before we start, I would like to ask you, if you've not subscribed to our channel, kindly do so, because we have got amazing content here. I've done a video, so many videos. Actually, I'm getting close to 90 videos since when I started this channel, and we have got amazing content here: e-commerce, some revision of past papers and so forth. We have got I've worked with a lot of APIs here: data science, machine learning, WebRCT. We have got there is a lot: SMS APIs, and even I also did USSD application before, but in this case I wanted to make it a little bit, move a notch higher. And also I try as much as possible to educate you if you are a beginner, and also to share knowledge in a way that maybe you're not going to get it somewhere else, because yeah, this is something that I've gone through, and I've never gotten this kind of content. That's why I started, and I said I can do something to the public and change the lives of many. So click the subscribe button, make sure you give our videos thumbs up, and again, you can share to as many people as you can. It is possible. That's how you support this channel. As you can see, the numbers are increasing each and every day, and thank you guys for subscribing, because as you can see right now, we are past 1,100 plus, and that's a good progress. So let's get back to our video. And as I said, I would like to connect this USSD with a database such that when you enter the car number, automatically what is going to happen is that I can enter the car number plate, and the number plate I can check, and when I check, it's going to show me like the way I've seen on the USSD. So this is the database. I have got a table called USSD, and inside that one I have got one record. This is the one that I'm working with, the one record, but you can find a way to add more records and design a database in a more nicer way, if I can call it, because you need to separate like the clients, the products, and the purchases, whatever they bought, the kind of products that they bought. You need to have got that kind of a database design. And I normally get these kind of questions. So like there was a guy who was asking me to create a similar application like like M-Pesa, how it works. Then I can say by then I was afraid, because I didn't have a clear idea of how it works. Those are some of the things that they normally push you, but I had the knowledge about the USSD a little bit, but I never pushed it beyond that point where I feel like now I can do a complex project so that I can understand. Sometimes, sometimes when you are learning, you can scratch on the surface, but you don't go deeper. So these are some of the questions people will ask you. Like I also asked, there was also another guy who was asking me about a USSD that can be used to pay taxes, like for example Kwasoko on markets, where you find that you just get there, you just enter the USSD code, make payments, and then the guys who normally come around, they will keep on verifying, because sometimes you might pay, they might not give you a receipt, all those sorts of things. That money gets wasted. Like there is a lot of corruption which happens, but if the county government can embrace these kind of things, it can be a good thing. So you can take time and do a project of that kind, and it's going to happen to help you. And now I know many of you, because I normally get these messages for the guys who normally appreciate, and as you know that in the world of internet, it's very hard to get those soft words. So I do appreciate a lot, because I normally feel like I'm changing lives of many people. So continue supporting, at least even if you know more better than I do, just join us and move. Let's move together forward. So that was too much. Now this is that was the database, and after having the database, now you need to have a domain name, and next thing is to visit Africastalking, create an account with your email address. They will send you an activation email, and once you get the activation mail, you just click to activate your account, then log in. And once you log in, you'll be able to see something of this kind of or something of this sort. Let me close that one, and yeah, let me close even this one. So after you log in, you will see something like this. So you'll go to Sandbox app, and when you get to the Sandbox, you can choose the USSD, because there is a lot of APIs here. There is voice, airtime, SMS. There is a lot which is here. So yeah, you can choose the one that you feel comfortable working with, but in this case we are working with the USSD. So you create a channel. So here, once you create a channel, you enter even your callback URL, then the channel stuff and all that. And once you do that, then I can see this the channel here. Like for example, the service code. This is the service code that I have. Then this is the callback URL, which is my domain name where I'm storing my data. So once you do that, that's only what you'd want to do. You have to do on the Africastalking side, and then you get to the next part, which is now on your domain. And in this case, I have got I'm inside my folder, which is USSD, as it's being referred here. So this is the USSD folder. Inside the USSD folder, the first file is named as index. Then I have got the connection file, which connects my system to the database, and I'll be able to fetch data from the database and back to the database. Again, we have got inside the connection, I have got the function of the M-Pesa function, and this is a code that I shared even before, because the video about Lipa na M-Pesa is doing very well, so you can check them. So I just modified the code to put it in a PHP function, and I stored it on the connection, because I didn't want to have so many files, like the M-Pesa file, also connection file, all over. You can separate them, there is no problem, but this you can have it like that. Then M-Pesa, then we have got the callback. The callback does what? The callback is the one that the callback is the one that does whenever the transaction is after transaction of Lipa na M-Pesa, the M-Pesa server will send you the data, and it's going to come back to the callback. Then the callback is the one that stores that data to the database. So I will start with the index.php. As you can see, when you enter the USSD code, because we are supposed to use the simulator here, and I will enter my phone number like that, 233, then launch. And what is going to happen, I'm supposed to, let me get my USSD code here, service code that is. Then I will click here and enter the USSD code. So once I click that one, that is going to push that to our servers, which is here. And here it's going to invoke this index.php, and inside the index.php we have got the following. So it's going to pass the session ID, service code, the phone number, and As you've seen, I've entered the phone number, my phone number, then the text. If there is no text, this is what is displayed. It will ask you to check the status or make payments. These are the two options that you're going to get, and this con is very, very important because it's like of getting inputs. It's a terminal command. Then yeah, once you choose the choice either to check the status, this is what is going to be executed. As you can see here, I've done hard coding to enter my vehicle number plate here. So this is the one that have just done the hard coding here, and now that one is passed to this PDO. Then you can see the feedback. I'm storing it on a response variable, and that is going to be outputted here. So it means like it's going to check on the database the vehicle number plate, then after that it's going to display the data back to the user. So that is what option number 1 does. If you choose option number 2, this is what is going to happen, and you can see if it is 2, then it is calling this function called M-Pesa function, and you pass the phone number on there. Remember, we passed the phone number here, so it is going to pass the phone number here, and once it passes the phone number here, then it is going to initialize the M-Pesa transaction. And once it initializes the M-Pesa transaction, now what you just need, because I showed you the M-Pesa code, it does what is called the STK push. It pushes the transaction on your M-Pesa APK. So you will just need to enter, because the prices are going to be set there. Like in my code for the M-Pesa, I set the price to be 1 bob. So what I need is to just enter the what? It's just to enter what we refer to as what? It's just to enter the pin. So after that, we are supposed to see it is going to update here. So let's jump here and enter our USSD code like that, then call. And first of all, we will check the status, because when we check the status, it's going to be very easy for us. We're supposed to check, sorry, I think there is something which is not working there. Let me refresh a little bit. You can see connection not connected, so I have supposed to repeat. I think the time was half. So 0700 711, I'm testing using my phone number. So I launch. Once I launch, I'm going to enter the USSD here, paste, then call. When I call, you can see the status. I can enter choice number 1, then check the status, and as you can see, customer name is Erico Banks, vehicle registration number is KCB123, insurance is expired. And if I click OK, yeah, that was it. I can call back, and in this case I'm going to use option number 2. So what it's going to do is to invoke. It's not showing a lot of stuff here like that. So what has happened is that on my phone it has popped up to enter the pin. So let me enter the pin, and I have entered the pin. So this one, when you check it again, it's supposed to show it's supposed to update. Let me listen for the message. That is the message for M-Pesa. The transaction is successful. So the next thing is I didn't use the, what do we call it, I didn't visualize the mobile screen on my computer, because some of the softwares are not working here, like the ones that I normally use. Sorry for that. So if I refresh this one, I'm supposed to see amount here, it's 1 bob, and this one must be changed to valid, because that is according to this code. As you can see here, this is the response that you get, and I'm supposed to see also another file which has been added called STK push. So as you can see now, its amount is valid and status is status is valid and amount is 1 bob. Now if I come here, this was the code I was talking about. So M-Pesa server will send you the data, then the data is going to be stored in a file, and at the same time I'm passing that data to the database to update my table, which is USSD table. Then I update with the amount, and I also update with the status to be valid. then this is the record that I'm going to update. Then I save the changes, and that's what happened. Now if I come back here and call, then enter 1, then send, what is, you can see, boom, customer name Ecobanks, vehicle registration number the same way, insurance status right now it's valid. And I know right now makarao anakuachilia na unaendelea na safari, or maybe kama wewe unaendesha boda and umekaribia karibu na makarao, you can do it even fast and they will lack evidence to show. So it's something that you can, yeah, you're taken care of. So if you know a guy who works with insurance, you can have connection, we can do that one. It's very easy. We can extend this system to develop other types of systems. And this one, you can, as you know, it's a PHP system, so we can open also the website and be able to have a form where the clients can register, but the payments will be done through the USSD code, as you've seen here, and everything goes well. And yeah, that is it. I hope now you've learned something new. I do appreciate, guys, for your support. Continue supporting this channel. Make sure you give the video thumbs up. It is very, very important. And again, if you might need to learn something new, as I said, just enroll to our platform and enroll to some of those courses that I've talked about, the web development, Python, JavaScript, and so forth. I normally focus more on the core language, because core languages will never go anywhere, but frameworks, they will come and go. I've seen a lot of frameworks which have been there, still they are fading out and so forth. There are others which are doing well. You can see the future looks amazing, but yeah, sometimes to build that good foundation of the core language is very, very important. It's very, very important, because those ones will not go anywhere. But when you get to the production, you remember, it doesn't matter which kind of tool, it doesn't matter whether you copy paste, all those kind of stuff. The most important is to make the client happy, to get the job done in time, and all those kind of stuff. So thank you, guys. Continue supporting this channel. I do appreciate. See you on the next one.